Here we go, folks, the start of my mobility training. This is currently what my shoulder mobility looks like. Okay, that is all the further I can externally rotate my shoulder. I think it's external rotation. I might be wrong, but that's all the further I can bring my hand back. That is the limitations of my shoulders. What we're going to do now, before I even start the mobility work, I want to get my shoulder and all the surrounding tissue warm and prepared before I start fucking around with things I haven't done for probably my entire career, to be honest with you. So this is the same warm-up routine that I do before I do a heavy bench press session, twice a week actually. I do this before I even start benching the empty bar. This is the shoulder protocol that I got from a good friend of mine, Donnie Thompson. It's pretty basic, so I'm going to put the band around my front delt, pec, tie-in area, and I started out with just kind of having my arm at my side, pushing my shoulder forward, kind of contracting the pecs. What this does, in his own words, is getting all of your soft tissue prepared for the abuse you're about to put it through. Now, I am just doing mobility work, but I still want to get my shoulder and, like I said, all the surrounding muscles or tissue warmed up and prepared. So I do rotations right here. I do cross the body. I do circles. I do this with both arms. I am, for the sake of time, only showing one side of my body, but I do this for both shoulders. Now the band's on the back of my arm, or shoulder rather, around my posterior delt. Put my hand on my hip. I'm going to do a chicken wing it. Just draw the elbow backwards. Let the band kind of pull the shoulder forward like that. Pull it forward, and then chicken wing it, and warm up the back of the shoulder as well. Now starts the actual mobility training. I have a band fixated overhead, and I've got the band around my elbow. I'm going to step forward and let that band pull my arm. I'm going to flex my lat, kind of get some tension off the shoulder, relax the lat, let it pull the shoulder a little bit more. Now I do this probably about 3 rounds per shoulder, stepping forward a little bit more each time, getting more tension on the band. It's a very, very slow process. Very slow process. And the whole idea behind this, based on the title of the video, is that I need to eventually, or want to eventually, be able to put a straight bar on my back. I want to be able to straight bar squat, which I have not done in years. I have not had the mobility to even put the empty bar on my back. I just don't have the shoulder mobility, because my only concern has been bench pressing for the last, almost my entire career. So now I'm having to address these issues of decades, almost 2 decades of kind of avoiding shoulder mobility. Now what we're doing here is going to stretch the pec. Now I had to actually Google how to stretch your pecs, passively and or just like statically like here. But I got the band stretch overhead from my chiropractic buddy, Jericho, who owns Alive By Design in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And he said, this is the only stretch you need to do, for your shoulders and your rotation ability. So we're just doing that. And now I also need to get my pecs to unlock. So I'm just kind of grabbing this upright post of the rig that we got right here. And I'm just stretching, kind of going forward and letting my shoulder kind of relax and trying to get some stretch on the pecs, because they are inadvertently as tight as well from all of the benching, all the training I do for the big benches, and then no mobility work. So that's also one of the limitations here when it comes to getting a bar on my back. Now I can squat with cambered bar, Duffalo bar, SSB, anything you can name. I just cannot do straight bar. The last thing that I found on Google anyway, was to find a corner in the gym. Our gym has very few empty open corners, so I found this one, which was right next to one of the 4 bathrooms that we actually have at Unleashed Strength now here in Manassas Park, Virginia. And just kind of lean forward, different hand positions, different arm positions, just leaning into it and trying to get the pecs to loosen. And now we will see the result of about 20-25 minutes of mobility work. Look at that. There's the result. There's the beginning of the workout, and now the end, again, with about 20 minutes, maybe 25 at most, minutes of mobility. So to test it out, I went over here to the monolift. Yes, I do use the monolift, just not with the straight bar. We have the Texas squat bar here. This is one of our gym bars. Let's see what we can do here. Kind of nervous, and oh, I'll be damn, we got it. Now, if you can see, if you notice, my hands are touching the sleeves. I mean, I can't bring my arms in any further than that, which not a big deal. I do attempt to actually bring my hands in. So I was here. Now I'm trying to be about pinkies touching the knurling there on the ends. So I'm going to attempt it and see if we can make it happen. I think I know or remember what happens. Nah, I don't think I got it. I think my hands I think they just kind of went back out to the collars. Maybe. I remember this particular pick not feeling great, so I was like, nah, put it back. Now you notice we switched out the bar. This is actually my Sportcraft 65-pound squat bar, the actual bar that we'd be competing in, say like in the IPA. So I went ahead and swapped it out just to get the feel for it on the actual like competition squat bar that I will be using, not a pool noodle 55-pound Texas squat bar. I'm going to actually squat it, which is my first straight bar squat in years. Do one more rep. It's not feeling terrible. I'm actually really happy with that. Happy enough, we went ahead and put a plate on there because, hey, why not? There we go. I wanted to test the waters with just a little bit of weight. My hand position's ridiculous. I need to work on that. But great results with one 20-25 minute session of mobility work. All right, thanks, guys.